There is something unexplainable going on in this Cedarville neighborhood. Many residents have seen something very big coming out of the woods. Sightings of a strange creature, possibly Bigfoot.
The cats are gone, the dogs are gone, everything's missing. I think it's Bigfoot.
We saw Bigfoot walking right that way. So we were standing over there up on the deck, and we couldn't really tell what it was. It kind of looked like a monster, but we don't know if it was Bigfoot.
Local Cedarville resident Humberto Munoz had an unexplainable sighting that he just can't make sense of.
Last night I was, ready to go to bed. I was watching TV until late, and then I heard a big noise. So I opened the lights, and I thought I saw something running, big thing. I just locked the doors and go to sleep. And this morning, I came to check, and look what I found. Like they go, and I follow, and this go deep on the woods. Seems like a Bigfoot. It's big. It's not coyote. It's not any kind of animal. Definitely, it's not human. I think it's a big. So I'm kind of a little scared now.
Humberto's daughter Lulu also had a hair-raising experience.
I was feeding my bunny one night, and she was terrified. She was on top of her house, and she wouldn't move. And then I heard a really scary sound. It didn't sound like a dog or a cat or anything. And then she just panicked, and she went into her little house, and then she stayed there until the morning. It was very, very scary. And it wasn't. I don't think it was a dog, or I don't think it was any normal animal. I think it was just like, I don't know what it was.
I've been in Cedarville now for the last 20-odd years, and I have never seen what's going on around this area. I haven't seen it, but there is something that's coming around at night. And last night, there was a barrel out on the back deck, and it had straps all around the top of it to hold the lid on. And this morning, the barrel was moved over to the corner of the deck, and all the food that was in there, and it went through the diapers and everything else, but the food, whatever it was, had taken and ate everything that was edible. And then in the corner, evidently afterwards, whatever this animal was, or person or whatever it is, took this big dump. And it was probably the biggest dump that I ever saw. It was big, and it had to come from some sort of gigantic animal.
Johnny Kenny has helped organize some of the neighborhood kids in his search for what he thinks is Bigfoot.
I haven't found them yet, but we're gonna keep trying.
Well, I was driving home one night from work, and all of a sudden this huge thing went across the road. And I couldn't recognize it. It wasn't a deer or an animal or anything, but it was scary.
My neighbor, he doesn't say too much, but he's saying that it could have been Bigfoot.
At night, I hear the dogs barking, and a lot of people think they're barking at the coyotes, but I know better. They're barking at Bigfoot.
What are you looking for? We're looking for Bigfoot. You're never gonna find him. Yeah, we are. Because he's gonna attack you. Because he's man-sized. He's huge. I always bring a cookie with me when I look for Bigfoot. If I get Bigfoot cookie, he won't be mean to me.
I know there's people that don't believe, and I know what I've seen, and I know what I've heard. And I know my neighbor next door, he may claim that there is or there isn't, but I know his daddy's seen it, and if he don't believe, that's his problem.
Well, my daddy done told me stories about this Bigfoot. I ain't seen no Bigfoot. Although we might go looking, me and my boy. You want to find Bigfoot? We'll find Bigfoot.
I saw a noise! This way! I think we heard a noise! I think I heard it!
Well, it was back in these woods back in about 1984. My friends and I camped back there occasionally. It was the strangest thing. One night, I'll never forget this. We had just started falling asleep when we heard a slow breathing. It was a heavy breathing. Don't know what animal could have caused that. We heard a scratching at the tent. And it was getting louder and more violent. And it woke us up out of our sleep. And we popped our head out of the tent and we saw it through the sunlight, through the moonlight. It was just a shadowy figure run deep into the woods at a speed I have never seen from any animal. And I will never, ever forget that as long as I live. And to me, it's the most frightening thing I've ever seen.
Last night I came home and I saw this big shadow. It was definitely something. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely something. Might have been Bigfoot. I'm really concerned. I think Bigfoot got one of the coyotes last night too, because I heard him howling.
Mike and Laura Pushy think that Bigfoot may be responsible for ruining their pool.
And what happened was we pulled in and we saw the water going out of the pool. I said, what the heck's going on here, you know? So we looked and we said, oh man, the pool's ruined. So the next day when it was light, we looked at it and I saw a big foot in the middle of the pool, about this big. It had to be that wide and that long. And so when we took the pool down, like a week later, right, to put up a new pool,
Clump of hair.
there was a clump of hair about this long, black, smelled like a bear. You know, I said, oh God, what happened here? Well, when we walked and we saw the pool or the water going out, we heard it. We looked and we saw this big thing jumping over the horseshoe pits down into the gully over there.
Because I won't go swimming at night anymore. Well, it's really scary because, you know, I think we need to get a professional in here and have somebody look at this hair. And we did take a picture of that footprint, so we gotta find out what's going on.
Thing had to be 12 feet tall.
This is the last place we saw him. We saw him right about here, and then we tried to run over to him, but Bigfoot was too quick.
Well, there's so many stories going around the neighborhood, and we hear so many noises. I think we need to hire a professional. We need to get a professional in here to take care of this problem and to capture this monster.
Some concerned Cedarville residents held a meeting to discuss what could be done and how to capture whatever is out there.
What are we gonna do about this Bigfoot? Because I really think there's something out there. I mean, isn't there somebody who does investigation?
Right there, Bigfoot, man.
I remember the Sebago Lake Monster, and they got that, but The
I don't
Bigfoot
know,
that
the
worries me.
Cedarville
Nothing gets us-
Bigfoot.
Nothing
How?
scares you, Paul.
You all know me. You all know what I do for a living. If you want Bigfoot, it's gonna cost you more than $5,000. It'll be $15,000, Chief. For that, you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
We want him alive. I want him alive. That's what I want. I want him alive.
Kerry, didn't you say you know somebody?
Oh, my daddy done told me about this professor. He's an expert. He'll
Yeah,
get
but
this
what
Bigfoot
mean-
for us. He's caught many a Bigfoot before. He'll catch this one. He'll do it for free.
Professor Ozone Mcdarwin was called in by the Cedarville residents for an expert opinion.
As it turns out, as you can see, this environment is perfect for a Bigfoot. Bigfoot needs cover, they need trees, they need deer running through, and you'll find plenty of deer out back there. Little chipmunks, anything that moves around, the Bigfoot will eat. There's plenty of that there. Perfect situation for the Bigfoot. A Bigfoot would stay in an area as long as there's a steady food supply, but big feet, or as we call them in the profession, foot grandis, and they'll take care of it. They'll eat their way through the deer and the rabbits real quick. So my guess is they will move on very quickly, and especially if they hear little kids playing in the background, and they're kind of shy, and once they go through food, they're going to move on to the next place. They're kind of like a tourist.
Professor, what do you think of this footprint?
That's very interesting. You should ask Johnny. I was just looking at this footprint and realized that it very well could be a Bigfoot footprint.
This is where I saw a Bigfoot.
Okay, Johnny. Then this is exactly where we're going to set up our surveillance. So what I intend to do, Johnny, is set up a surveillance platform here today with some tape recordings of any sounds that might emanate from a Bigfoot in the area. Because Bigfoot, they can make some sounds, but if you're not there to record them, we don't have any evidence. So we're going to set this up right on this tree right here. We'll take this bungee cord off, and we're going to use the bungee cord to set up a camera so that we can see if the Bigfoot comes back and steps in this exact same spot, which they sometimes do. They like to travel in the same circles, look for food in the same places. So it looks like we have the surveillance area set up, and any Bigfoot activity should be captured on film and or audio for the morning. So we're going to go in tonight, get some good rest, and hope for a Bigfoot sighting and get some evidence for it in the morning. Oh, we got something here. Whoa. Oh yeah, we definitely have something. Yeah, we're gonna have to take this back to the lab, but we definitely have something here today. Oh yeah. We are ready to listen to the sound now and see what exactly we captured last night. Ah, that was amazing. Now, we've always hypothesized that the Bigfoot had some rudimentary communication skills, but I think if we speed that audio up in the lab, we might actually figure out what the Bigfoot was trying to tell us. And that made a believer out of me and my lab assistant, but I think we should actually look at the video also.
Why?
That could really show us what the Bigfoot actually looks like. Oh my gosh!
Oh my God!
Did you see that?
What?
We got something. We got something.
Crazy.
There's some proof. Wow! Did you see that?
That was